What's up, Certified Wrestling Podcast? This is your boy, Certified Hustler. Let's get right into it. The beginning of Tony Khan and Billy Corgan's, hatred for each other started in 2019 after the pandemic and when they came back and started wrestling at the Chase. On NWA 73, the night before, they had NWA Empower, which was an all-women's wrestling event ran by Mickie James and the NWA, okay? Women talent, even the beginners, are expensive. $150, $200, right? Just hear me out, is the minimum you're going to pay for a girl with one or two matches. That's traveling, okay? Man, you might pay him $50 to $100 minimum. Somebody just starting out. That's traveling, okay? I'm not talking about local wrestlers. So Billy Corgan really couldn't afford it. Tony Khan sent and paid for Layla Hirsch, a lot of Lady Frost. Who else? I'm trying to remember who was all there that night for that. Kylie Ray. I don't know, but he paid for a lot of female talent. He basically paid for that whole show. And Billy didn't thank him publicly, which he should have. And Tony Khan in a interview or something said, yeah, I paid for all that and I did all this and I didn't even get a thank you. That's all he said, which I would have too, okay? And so from then on out, it was bad blood. You guys got to remember, the NWA World title was the first main event between Cody Rhodes and Nick Aldis in 2019 when AEW, Cody and the Young Bucks and Kenny, before AEW even had a name, they did the event All In. And that was Billy Corgan sending his champion and his other champion and his referee, but that was a lot of that. And so now, ever since then, Tony Khan's been getting back at Billy, which, in any business you would do that, right? Right. You want to make me mad in business, the same business we're in? Well, now we're competing, so there's game on. Okay, well now everybody's mad because, he has a working relationship with WWE. No, he does not. Well, he used the wrestlers from the dungeon. Did he have permission? That was also the same week same time frame that Natalya wrestled Kenzie Page. And if you want to call that a wrestling match, it was a slugfest is what it was. It exposed Kenzie is what it did. Kenzie should be happy that match wasn't aired, to be honest with you. I seen the match. It's out there. But it wasn't aired. And that's because Billy Corgan owes Nick Aldis money. And so the WWE was like, okay, they're going to hold him up. Because, Nick is their guy. So that had something to do with it. And plus, she's signed underneath TKO. They're like, why are they using our people? In the dungeon, like, she signed, and TJ Wilson and her married or signed with WWE, both of them. So why would they be sending people to Billy, right? So then you got that, and then you go back, and now you got Bryan Idol, who is the second most meaningful champion, third most meaningful champion in the men's division as the NWA TV champion. And whatever national booker, I guess Billy's really lazy. I don't know what's going on with this company, but he gets on Twitter because Tony Khan announces AEW national belt coming out to be defended in the territories. First time on TBS in 40 years. He didn't lie. Okay, guys? He didn't lie. We're the real national champion. Okay, great for you. Okay, where are you defending it at? Show me where it's being defended at. Who's booking you guys? Each other? People in the South? You getting your $100, $150? Bryan Idol, I guarantee his booking fee's $200, $300. He'll ask for $5, but I'll wrestle for $3. I'm telling you, that's exactly what he does. I can guarantee it. I can almost bet my house on it. And he lives off of Natalia Markova, who's married to a Russian dude in Russia, but is here. I don't know. That's a weird situation. But apparently he had an SA, Bryan Idol, accusation during the Me Too movement. And now that's resurfaced. He's going to tell the people in the NWA, the wrestlers, not to mention anything about the national title anymore, when it was him and Mondo. Mondo was the professional one, to be honest with you. But this dude is so unprofessional. How can you be the face of the national promoter and you're calling people small hands and weird wrestlers and all this? Man, you guys got Gags the Gimp and Max the Impaler and you. You want to talk about something like that. And then you're like Richie Rich bought his way into the company, bought his way into the business. A lot of people do that. And your owner did that. He bought an independent company, failed, went to TNA, failed, came into to the NWA, failing. And he's a Mark. And he's a Richie Rich, millionaire Mark. Don't call that dude a billionaire Mark. This Mark that you say that gets money from his daddy owns a company that he owns an NFL team, but he also owns a company where other companies in the NFL, his competitors, use his statistic company. NBA, Major League Baseball, soccer, other sports, they use him for that. He's a billionaire on his own. He got a 200 and something, 300 something $1 million TV deal with TNT, with Warner Brothers Discovery. What are you talking about? This dude gets his own money. He works for Jacksonville Jaguars as something, I forget his title, and then his soccer professional football team across in Europe. Y'all tripping. This man is the most working man in the world. He's got 2 TV shows a week, does interviews. This cat, I love Tony Khan. Y'all tripping. But Bryan Idol calling people out like that and telling fans he'll beat them up because a fan that looks like he couldn't beat up a fly told him that when he sees him, it's on, and he was like, by the look of it, bro, yeah, fine. When you come see me, I'm gonna beat you up, and do this to you. I'm like, oh my God. So I chimed in and said, hey, bro, I'll fight Bryan Idol for you. And Bryan didn't say nothing because he know I will. I mean, y'all know I will. But anyways, not saying I'll win, not saying he'll win, but I'll get it in. I mean, between me and you, I'll mess that dude up. Bryan, probably the one I wouldn't mess up is Trevor. If I would have ever fought him or Jay Bradley, them 2 dudes are huge monsters, and I still would have fought both of them, and they'll tell you that. So Bryan Idol, man, kiss my idol. He's sticking up for Daddy Austin Idol. That's not his real dad, but the whole world that's reporting on his story is calling him Austin Idol's son, and I think that's hilarious. Defending your daddy's belt, boy, that he used to beat you with when you was a child, brother.